Hey, Scott from MMBClub.com here.
And Seth from MyWienerYourMouth.com.
Together, the three of us, we are MyWienerYourMouth.com. And Mark Woodman's Breakfast Club. Welcome back once again. Good morning, boy.
Good morning, Homer. If you've never gone to MyWienerYourMouth.com, you should go. You will be pleasantly surprised. I guarantee it.
So, hey, I got caught up.
You don't know how to.
We got to transition. We got to segue. I got caught up in the adpocalypse.
Oh, did you?
I did. You've probably heard the term, and maybe it concerns you. The adpocalypse is something that began months ago when Coca-Cola and a few other companies realized that their ads were showing up in front of videos that they were not comfortable with. And we've talked about this before. But I noticed the other day, and I never really look at the analytics on the Aristocob channel. It is what it is. I don't worry about it. But I saw a little colored warning I'd never seen before. A little orange. I don't know. I think maybe it's a triangle with an asterisk or a triangle with an exclamation point, and it said something about monetization. So I went there, looked at it, and it turned out a whole bunch of my videos have been demonetized.
On what grounds?
Well, on the grounds that they might not be advertiser friendly. And I thought, oh, come on. Let's review some of these. And as I went through, the vast majority of them we talked about tobacco. I talked about tobacco. And it's like, okay, that's got to be the reason. They have their computer, what do they call them? It's an algorithm that is looking at the computer-generated, what do they call that?
Keywords?
No. Not the key. Those are not computer generated. The transcripts. YouTube takes our videos and they create a transcript. And Rhett and Link have made some funny videos about that, about taking the transcript from somebody's song and then singing the song as Google interpreted that song to be.
Yeah.
Well,
it's gotten better.
Google takes that transcript, and then their bots are reading those and saying, oh, there's some words here we don't like. This video is not advertiser friendly. Okay, no big deal. There's a little button you can click that says, I think that it is. I clicked that button, and guess what it said?
No. Denied?
It said that they will only review it if the video has received more than 1,000 views in the last 7 days. Once again, showing how YouTube shows favoritism towards their big creators.
I mean, they would be stupid not to.
Oh, of course. But how many of your videos have had 1,000 views in the last 7 days?
All right, everyone, prepare for the humble brag. How many of your videos? Oh, none? Oh. Was this one, had this one received 1,000 views in 7 days?
Which one?
The one in question?
Well, there were a bunch of them. There were pages of them.
Had any of them received 1,000 views in the last 7 days?
Yes. One of them,
there it is.
One of them had received, actually 2 of them had received 1,000 views in 7 days. I want to thank my viewers. I want to thank my parents for not practicing birth control, at least not effectively. That was not where I was going with this. But the point of the matter was, I was shocked because what a weird benchmark to require, and most of us in the YouTube hype community don't get that kind of viewership. We don't. And so if your channel doesn't get 1,000 views in 7 days, within the 7 days that it gets dinged for this, you're going to lose monetization on that video.
And if you see that it has been dinged, because that has been one of the big gripes.
There was no real warning.
Right. That's been one of the big gripes from a lot of the creators, is that YouTube isn't notifying you, hey, your video's been taken down, or hey, you're not being monetized. Some of these big guys who run businesses off of their channels will check randomly and discover that half of their videos are no longer making them money. I mean, that's like if you just walked into your business and discovered without notice that half of the money was gone, and you had nobody bothered to tell you why or where it went.
I've considered many times turning off monetization on my videos. And in fact, most of my videos I will put up and I won't turn on the monetization until the videos had 400 views. That's my number. I figure that, if you subscribe to me and you go right to it when you see the notification, you don't need to sit through a video. But after a video's been out there for a little while, I go ahead and click the monetization button.
Right.
And what that adds up to now with almost 800 videos, and they still get watched, is about $200 a year, I would say, that comes in the form of Google money, which I just apply towards
Google bucks.
Google bucks. I just mentally apply that towards the promotions, ads, or not ads, but giveaways and things.
It's a year's worth of YouTube Red.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I got to tell you, we're budgeting now, much to my chagrin. And one of the things that it was made clear to me is not in our budget is YouTube Red. I miss it quite a bit. I miss offline videos. I am not a fan of having to watch commercials again, having to watch ads again. And I'm pretty confident that if you have paid for the service and then come off, they up the number of ads you're required to watch.
Oh, and the number of ads, especially the mid-roll ads that all of a sudden, the video you're watching stops and you got to watch a commercial. That has just gone through the roof recently.
Yeah, I'm watching videos, 20-minute long videos that have 3 ads in them. It's terrible.
Yeah.
If I wanted to watch that many ads, I wouldn't have gotten rid of cable.
I mean, for that matter, you're watching cable, and cable television has ads too. Mm-hmm. It's not like there aren't ads there, but that is frustrating. But to my point, I got caught up in this, and I would say most of the videos that are affected are not really the ones that are affecting my income from YouTube, because the ones that get the most views, believe it or not, on the Aristocop channel, the number one, number two videos, one of them is related to my Camp Chef smoker, and the other one was related to a visit to a barbecue place down in Texas. And that one was demonetized because the music playing in the background at the barbecue place.
That's the worst.
So, anyway, just yet another frustration, another slap. It doesn't shock me that more and more people are now doing things like setting up Patreon or selling more merchandise, because if they rely on YouTube for their income, you can't.
Or even supplemental income. As we talked a couple months ago, if part of your channel requires spending money that you may not otherwise spend, or helps you expedite, having a little bit of extra money to make that happen is significant. It's significant, especially when YouTube is an optional thing for most of us, right? It's a hobby to create these videos, to create the community. It's not like we're getting rich. We're not those guys, and so that's crazy. It's crazy that I've heard that YouTube has responded to this in several ways. They're cracking down on that. I mean, they're being overly cautious. Is what it is. They're being overly cautious because they got hit really bad. They looked really bad, and so they don't want to be in that position again.
Yeah, no, I can't blame them, and I can't blame their advertisers for not wanting to let that happen again. But I know that the vast majority of these flagged videos are being flagged by Google Analytics, not by real humans.
Oh, almost none of them are flagged by humans.
Like I said, to set that bar as high as it surprised me, and I think it's going to hit your smaller. It absolutely will affect your smaller creators the hardest.
However, I think what Google's point would be, I think it's there's some validity to it. The smaller creators,
you weren't going to make any money anyway, so
basically, yeah. I mean, if they're making less than 1,000 views in a week, they're not making much from those videos anyway. That's likely not their livelihood, unless they're just making 40 videos a day. which some people do.
Well,
So
humble brag aside, thank you guys, gals, you yourself, for the time that you give us. I mean, we appreciate it. We really, really do. And I've thought about turning off the monetization here on this channel. I don't think many of our videos are monetized.
I think like a year ago we went and monetized maybe some of the back catalog.
I haven't checked to see whether any of those have been flagged yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. The only times I've gotten flagged, to my knowledge, has been with because of copyright for the music, right. And all of the music we use is fair use, and so I've responded. I think it's happened 2 or 3 times, and I've responded every time, and they've taken it without issue. Because they were threatening to take the video down.
Right.
Like, I don't care about the monetization. We're making. I think
this channel made like $1.70 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well on my way to getting YouTube Red back.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of videos, this is a totally different subject, but I've been doing some research into other communication methods for sales and customer service. Okay. So a large part of what I do is I communicate with restaurants and city officials, and part of that communication is over the phone. A lot of it is through email. A lot of it is through webinar. And I have stumbled upon some websites that are recommending kind of a mix of some of those, and what they're calling video voicemails. And video voicemails, they define it as essentially a video that you make specific to a conversation that you're having with somebody, and then you email it to them.
Okay.
And so instead of me writing you a sales email, I would record a video that...
Are you talking like wax mail, or...
I don't know what that is.
Marco Polo?
I don't know what that is either.
Oh.
I mean, like in the swimming pool?
Marco Polo is a Voxer type app that is video.
Okay.
I think video only, but it's
Okay.
it's quick back and forth communication. But but you're talking about you send an email through your email server and you attach a video.
Yeah. So the two companies, there are a couple of Chrome plugins. One is for Wistia. It's a company. They've created a plugin called Soapbox. You can download it. It's free. The other plugin is called Loom. Use loom.com. And both of these programs, you click a button on your browser and it pops up a video window that you can either choose to record or not. It will record audio from your microphone, and it will record your desktop. And so if you wanted to give a presentation to somebody, you could record a presentation and send it to them in their email. But one of the ways that they're using this is to say somebody contacts your company, say someone contacts Aristocob and they have a question about some pipes. One of the ways that they're using it is, instead of typing out a reply email, you click the button, you record a short video where maybe you're showing them how to navigate the website, or maybe you're actually just showing them, just like we would here, showing them the pipes and saying, hey Steve, thanks so much for the question. Here's this pipe, here's this. You see the big main difference is yada 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 yada. Please respond back if you have any questions. Click. And they'll save a play button screenshot that you can customize, and that gets embedded into the email. Right? So you've got your face waving, whatever. The one from maybe you've got the pipes, or one of the ways a lot of them are using it is they have a small whiteboard, and they'll write, hey Steve, or how you doing Steve? Or, I've got your answer Steve, so that the person knows, oh my gosh, this is a personal, this is for me. And Wistia's Soapbox tool is cool because it allows you to edit after the fact, and you can actually do a slide rule where you can either show your face and the screen side by side. You can do just your face or just the screen, so you can adjust that after you've done the recording. And so in your email that you would send will have a JPEG, essentially, a snapshot of the screen with the play button so they know that it's a video. They click on the video and it opens up into their version of YouTube, their player window, and the video starts playing. And so, I wanted to get your take because I like the idea. I think it's a cool idea, and I think it has some interesting applications. I think it's really, really great for tech support. I think it's really great for, especially navigating your website. I have used the service now to record some quickie webinars. I've used it internally to create some, again, instructional videos internally because it's actually faster than any other method I have on my computer to record such a video. But I haven't sent one yet to someone outside of the company in a digital voicemail because I'm afraid it will be too weird, a little bit too millennial.
So, a couple questions.
Sure.
You send that to me to my Gmail account. Do I then have to download a player or any kind of a plugin? Do I have to be using Chrome to view it? So it's sending a video file, or is it sending an embedded?
It's sending a JPEG
player
with a link. No.
Okay.
So what it would do is it sends a picture with a play button, and they did some A/B testing too to show if you have the play button, you'll get more people clicking through. If you have a face, if you have someone's face, you'll get more people clicking through. If you have a timestamp that shows how long the video is, you get even more people playing through. But it basically, the email would have just a big, it looks like the YouTube play button. You click on it, it's going to open a new tab.
Got it.
And inside of the tab is a player.
Okay, so this is interesting to me. However, it's because video is interesting to me.
Right.
There's a concept in communication about how you respond in kind. And if somebody takes the time to write an email to you that you're responding to, it may be because that's the way they communicate. It may be because, you might have someone who's deaf and they need to be able to read the text, right?
Right.
So, I like it. I like it because that's the way I like to communicate. But the challenge, I think, there, and you just have to have a way to say that, hey, this is what I can put together for you right now. If you need me to type this or something, let me know.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, not everybody, like at work, not everybody can put the headphones on or have something playing through their computer. But again, they don't have to press the play button unless they can.
Right.
It's an interesting idea.
And I think that you can add, because it's being embedded in your email body, you can add text above or below. You could add other links or other attachments or whatever else. And it's pretty obvious, I think, in our digital age that, hey, this is going to be a video.
Right.
If you click on this, something's going to play.
All right, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play with this. We're recording this a little bit in advance. I'm going to play with this. If you want to receive a message from me, email me, aristocob@gmail.com, and mention that you want a message from me.
I like that.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I mean, we'll see how it works, and once you give me your feedback on it. Maybe, like you say, this might be an interesting way to help people maybe make a decision about a pipe or answer a question. There are things from time to time, quality and fit and finish and other details, that I'll refer people to old videos.
Yes.
But just going to find that video link can take longer than just recording another video. So that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, and one of the things, this basically makes a repository. So this is essentially a YouTube channel with video links. And so you can save the videos there and reuse them if you want to.
As long as the guy's name is Steve.
Yes. Yes. And so if you're making them that personalized, but there are a bunch of other uses. I've been playing with that and using GIFs in presentations.
Or are they GIFs?
Yes. And so we'll talk about that another time. But, I think going back to the conversations about communication and how important and significant the nonverbal cues are, the tone of voice are, I like the idea. I just am concerned that some people may question if it is professional enough.
Well, that would be up to your boss.
No, I don't care about my. No,
You don't care about your boss? I think you do.
The people on the receiving end. On the receiving, I don't want it to be off-putting to someone receiving it.
Right.
Is the point? I don't care about my boss. Anyway,
Interesting
send him a message and let us know what you think about the video you get in response.
Yeah.
I like that.
This is probably the best beta test we've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool idea. All right. Do that. Do it now. And I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I feel like I'm leaving my phone message here. And the reality is, I don't know what's happening when this video plays. So it might be later tonight when I reply back to you. But I'll reply back to you. This could be fun.
Awesome.
All right. That's it for now. Make it a great week, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Thanks. See ya.